Ever wanted to code like that? Don't worry, nobody's that good. But I did find this website where you can type anything and real code appears on screen. I thought it's fun, so today I'll teach you how to make something similar. We'll build it from scratch using basic HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So get ready to learn how to type like a wizard. Get it? Because the code magically appeared. Oh, no, no, no. Gonna code, debug, and have fun. Coding with Radu. Coding with Radu. Gonna prototype and design. Coding with Radu. Coding with Radu. Let's code now. I have Visual Studio Code open in an empty folder, and here we're going to create our first file, index.html. And we begin with basic structure, starting with the doc type, and then the HTML tag, closing tag, the head section, and I'm going to specify the title, Hacker Typer, and body. In it, we are going to add a pre element. Code will go here. Now, the reason why I choose this element, I'll explain a little bit later, but let's go with it for now. And save. And if we open this in a browser, I'm using Google Chrome, then we get the text up here. But it looks very small and I want that kind of dark mode there with the green text. So let's add the style to the page. CSS file called style CSS. We can create this file by control clicking on it in VS Code. And I'll start with a background color for the body and set it to black. And then this pre element, let's make it have the color lime, which is this bright green. So if we save and refresh, it looks like this, but this is quite small, so we can also increase the font size, maybe 20 pixels. This is better. And this is a monospace font, but I think Courier looks better. So let's try and see the difference. I'm going to refresh now. Yeah, it looks better, I think. Okay, now this is not editable by default. You could make this field editable by specifying here content editable set to true, save. And if you refresh and click here, you can type like this. I don't like this outline appearing here, so I'm going to remove it in CSS by saying the pre with the focus. There is no outline for that. And now if you click there, you can type stuff like that. Now we want this to hold some kind of code. And for that, I'm going to open my GitHub and take some code from this self-driving car project. And I think the neural network looks like something fancy. So I'm going to copy this and we're going to place this inside of a separate file. In index.html, we're going to create this file like so. It's going to be a JavaScript file called text.js. And I control click it to create it. And here I say const text is equal to, and now I open this backtick and paste and close the backtick and semicolon. So be careful, this is not an apostrophe, it's the backtick. And we're not done. Back to index.html, we need to put this content inside of the text variable inside of this pre. And for that, we need to give it an ID to be able to refer to it in JavaScript. And I'm going to add the new JavaScript in its separate script tag, like so. And set here text container dot text content is equal to the text that we have loaded in the previous file. And now if you save and refresh, you're gonna see this. So it's all there, and if you click somewhere, you can actually edit it, but we don't want that. We want this to generate as we are typing it, right? So we need to detect the event of changing this input. For that, we are going to add an event listener to the text container for input and specify a callback function for it, where let's for now just put all that text when we start typing the input and close this like so. Now, if I save and refresh, we have code will go here, but if you click and type something, then the whole code appears in one letter. And this is maybe a little bit too fast. We're not that good. Now, one thing about it is that I would like to be able to type immediately when loading the page. And now if I press something, it doesn't work. I have to click here. And we can fix that if we focus on the text container as soon as the page loads. So now you can see the caret is blinking there, that cursor. And pressing any letter is going to trigger everything here. And to limit to the beginning of the text and so on, I'm going to use an index. In the beginning, it's set to 0, means that we don't have any text in the field. And then here, index plus plus, so we add letter by letter. And we don't put the whole text, but we take the substring from the beginning, 0, to that index. And now if we save, refresh, that code will go here is something that we can remove. Save again and refresh. And now if you press anything, the letters are appearing like magic. One problem is that this cursor here stays in the beginning and I don't like it. We could fix this by moving the caret at the end by force. And the way you do it, it's quite technical. And I'm going to put a comment here and say what the code is doing. I don't know of a better way to do it than this. If somebody knows, let me know. But you get the selection from the window and then you create a range for it. You select the contents of all these nodes inside of this text container. You collapse with false. I will explain what all these mean in a second, but first let's just do it. Then you remove all the ranges in case there are others already there and add this new range. And this has the following effect. So now typing always moves the caret at the end. So what does this mean? If I comment out this line, you can see that if I type here, the text just stays selected. So collapse is going to make it not selected. And this value, if it's true, it basically moves it in the beginning, but false is going to move it at the end, which is what we really want to have here. Now, this works just great, but I would like to be a little bit faster. Like now, if I'm holding one character, it goes quite fast, but I want it to be superhuman fast. So maybe we can control the speed as well. I'm going to go up here. I think this is the main parameter, so I'm going to put it at the top. And here we increase by the speed. So plus equals speed. And now it jumps 15 characters. And this is probably the fastest I've ever implemented a neural network. Okay, you can try playing with this, make it look more similar to the original, add more features if you want. I think it's a good project that teaches you how to work with strings and with the DOM and change all kind of styles and other properties in CSS. Thanks for watching and see you guys.